All right, fire 'em up!
I think somebody better call Guy Ritchie and let him know there are people out here that are really, really ripping off his style. Doing crime and doing comedy together in one film usually is very hard. For me specifically, I think Guy Ritchie holds the flag up high for being the standard bearer of doing those type of movies. I mean, just look at Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch as perfect examples. And this is the second straight movie in which I can honestly say they're ripping him off, but in a rather good way. Caught Stealing is the 2025 American dark comedy crime thriller film directed by Darren Aronofsky. It stars Austin Butler as Hank Thompson, a former baseball star turned bartender who unwittingly runs afoul of New York City's criminal underbelly while pet sitting for his neighbor. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, that sounds like a completely ridiculous plot for a film, then yeah, you're right. This is indeed a crime comedy. So when it comes to things like this, that is pretty much how you start off these movies. There's always some very silly reason why the person gets caught up in a criminal underworld. Like, again, just like Guy Ritchie, look at the film Snatch and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels as examples. But this is the Austin Butler show from the time he shows up on screen to the end of the film. Yes, I saw the poster, saw Matt Smith, former Doctor Who, and thought to myself, okay, I love him as Doctor Who. I'm going to love him in this. I always like pretty much every single thing he's in, but he's not in the movie very long. And honestly, for the plot of the film, he can't be in the movie very, very long because that's pretty much how Austin Butler's Hank Thompson gets into trouble in the first place, is because Matt Smith's character is gone and not all these criminals are after Austin Butler's character because you're the guy here, so we're going to take everything out of you and you better get us what we're looking for. But like I said, it's a very silly plot, but for a film like this, it fits almost perfectly. And I've liked Austin Butler ever since I saw the Elvis movie, but for me, his best film so far is The Bike Riders. That was an absolute fantastic movie, and he was fantastic in it. If you saw either one of those films and you thought to yourself, this dude can really act, and you're going to watch this one and be entertained from the beginning all the way to the very end. Like I said, it's his movie from the time he's on screen to the time he leaves screen. But besides him, you have a very stacked cast. Again, you had Matt Smith, but you also have Zoe Kravitz, and you have all of these other people who I'm not going to name because I'm going to challenge you to just look at the characters and say, I know who that is, but I don't know who that is, because believe me, some of the makeup and some of the costumes that some of these people are in, it throws you off as to who they are. But they do such a good job of just hiding who these people truly are and not letting you see them, but you see the characters and you invest in the film. And that's not something you very much see in a whole lot of films. Most of the times you see a film, you see a movie star, and it's like, I understand who I'm supposed to think that is, but I'm looking at that person's face, and that's the only person I see. And Caught Stealing is something of a departure for Darren Aronofsky. Usually when we watch his films, they're very surreal, very melodramatic, very serious. But honestly, this one kind of throws you for a loop. I mean, look at some of the movies that he's done. Requiem for a Dream, which is my absolute favorite film that he's done. Black Swan, The Whale, Mother, his directorial debut, Pi. All these movies are very serious. Like I said, melodramatic. But this one is a very different turn. It's very Guy Ritchie. It's something that I would never thought that Darren Aronofsky would have done ever. I'll be quite honest. There's a lot of comedy in it. It's a crime. It's a thriller, which is right in his wheelhouse. But honestly, the comedy is what pulls you away from what Darren Aronofsky would actually possibly do. But it all still works. Again, this is a film that you can see right upside anything that Guy Ritchie has ever done. And quite honestly, if you took this movie and moved it back into the past and said, hey, Darren Aronofsky didn't write or direct this film, Guy Ritchie did it, you'd believe it because it feels so much like watching a Guy Ritchie film from the early 2000s. Now, I don't want you to think that that means that this film isn't good. Don't get me wrong. It is a really good film, but there are a lot of plot holes in this film. But when it comes to crime comedy, and you can, again, watch any Guy Ritchie movie and you can see that this is kind of the thing for these type of films, there's going to be a ton of plot holes. You're going to say to yourself, hey, well, why didn't he just leave? Or why didn't he just do this? Or why didn't this person just stay there? Or why didn't this person just kind of not do that and then would have saved yourself a whole ton of trouble? When it comes to crime comedies, that's kind of one of the hallmarks of the film. That's going to happen quite often. You kind of just have to take it as it comes with a grain of salt and just say that, whatever. We're here to watch the film and enjoy it for whatever it is, and just kind of leave those plot holes alone. So don't get me wrong. You're going to watch it, you're going to enjoy it, but there's going to be a lot of plot holes. Just know for a fact they're going to come. Just kind of ignore them and just watch the film all the way to the end. Overall, the film is funny, it's fun, it's dramatic, it's decidedly dark for any type of movie that's going to have some comedy in it, but it is still a really good movie. It's an 8 out of 10 for me. I honestly believe that everybody needs to go to the theater and watch this. It isn't a film that you have to go to the theater and watch. If you want to wait till it comes to streaming, please do. Don't knock down the door to head out to run to the theater to see it. Like I said, it'll be on streaming soon enough, because unfortunately, those are the times we live in. But honestly, anytime you get a chance to sit and watch this film, you're going to have a good time. Those are my thoughts on the new film Caught Stealing. Like I said, very good movie. Sit and watch it or run to the theater and see it. Whenever you get a chance, please do watch it. It is a really good movie. And I want you to tell me, what's your favorite crime comedy? Mine is still Beverly Hills Cop. That's my absolute all-time number one. I bet you thought I was going to say something from Guy Ritchie, but no, Beverly Hills Cop is my absolute all-time favorite crime comedy. Such a all-time classic film, especially from Eddie Murphy. Nobody kind of honestly does crime comedy better. That's it for now, and I'll catch you in the next video. God bless. I love you, and peace. See you next time.